So this is my week 2 vlog. Well, this week we worked on looking into scene 4, 5. We went back to 8 as well because we wanted to rethink some of the positions and stuff, because it just wasn't flowy and it wasn't giving impact. It just wasn't hitting the spot. We also started doing our action plans, so creating a plan for each week and stuff. So this is something that definitely I'm gonna have to follow and stick by, because if I want to be able to I need to be able to create a plan and stick with it, especially thinking about future, going to uni and stuff. It's definitely something I'm gonna need to be able to do, because it will help me it will teach me how to, reach my goals. So, for any time I have an assignment or anything like that. But unfortunately I wasn't in on Wednesday, the 1st of May, and I wasn't in on Friday due to personal reasons. But Tuesday was quite alright, because we did change a lot of what we originally had plans for scene 8, but is at its working stage, like it's at its rawest form. So it's something that we definitely still need to look into still. As an individual, I think, as it's still slightly the beginning, we are going in a slightly decent pace. Like, me as an individual, I've been searching, I've been researching. Like, this weekend, the weekend I passed, I digged quite deep about my character, and I looked upon some clips of people bullying other people, and read some articles as well. And it showed me a lot, and it's definitely something that I can definitely use. So, like, I want to make sure that we emphasize every time we do some sort of bully scene, because one of the articles that I read from The Guardian, it says that it was more than half, it was 55% of kids aged 11 to 16 are being bullied in the whole of England and Wales. So out of the whole of England and Wales, more than half of the kids there are getting bullied. Like, that, for me, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely horrendous to hear, to be fair, knowing that it's that bad. So, reading that made me have the understanding that, this is a theme that has to be expressed, it has to be shown, and it has to be clear as crystal, just so the audience can really feel that connection and be like, whoa, like this this is happening now. Like, this is the kind of stuff that's happening. This is what it can lead to. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know, having really targeting their messages that's in there and put it out. You know, that's something I definitely want to do. But throughout the rehearsals, so when I was doing scene 8, quite a few of my ideas was disregarded. But it started off a good role, if you know what I mean. Like, it started off something good because we managed, from that point on, we just sort of developed on and on. And that's the point now. You know, we all come with ideas, we all try to sort them in, and, you know, it doesn't mean that it's always going to work firsthand, but it's something that, you know, it's a structure. It's something we can work from. It's something that we can use to get to point, you know, from point A to point B. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's definitely something that that's going well. But quite a few of my ideas were effective, essentially, because, you know, with James, the way he explained this specific thing that's currently happening to him, so him being chased down with machetes and meat cleavers and, you know, all that stuff, you know, God, that's a frightening thing, and at the same time, you know, it's I want to show that I want to show that sometimes he does try to escape it, but he never does. He always manages to be found, to be targeted, you know. So what I decided to do, the idea that I came up with, was for people to be in either side of the wings, and he will try to run off, but the people that are in the side will push him back onto the stage, and then he'll try to run to the other exit, the other wing, but then there'll be another group of people there, and they'll push him back on stage, and, you know, we'll be surrounding him and, you know, just attacking him, making him feel weak, you know, showing the difference to my level as the bully and James's level as the victim. You know, it's that sense of power that really is emphasised throughout this bit. So I definitely want to sort of put that out there as well. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so, you know, ideas were thrown out and, you know, they were brought back and all that stuff, but, you know, it was good because we were getting somewhere. We were getting to our final destination, and everything like that. So yeah. As a group, we all worked well again. Everyone was, you know, there trying to contribute ideas and stuff like that. As well, some people actually took charge as well, which was quite cool. Because it sort of just allowed me to have the understanding of knowing when to give someone else a chance to lead. Because, you know, I'm leading them, I'm not dictating them. So it's something that, you know, I need to know about, essentially. It's to be able to know when to let other people take charge. So yeah, but that was something that was actually really good because we end up doing quite a decent job at it, and it gave the person, you know, a boost essentially, because it's not something that they would have, well, usually have done. So definitely something that I'll be sort of focusing on from now on whenever I'm doing leadership. It's, you know, like I listen to other people's ideas, I contribute everyone's ideas, you know, and you know, I'm not one of them leaders who just tell people what to do and dictate, basically. Nah, it's like you just gotta sit and listen. You're working with people. They're not working for you. Like everyone's working together as a team, as a company. And this is what was good, because as they go by, we work a lot more like a company now than we did before, essentially, in our past training and past terms. But we didn't really face any problems, essentially, as well. We managed to get quite a lot done in just one session, because they knew I wasn't going to be in for that 2-day period. But it was the fact that we still managed to get a lot done and everything. Yeah, so the scene definitely uses a lot of voice, because I wanted to use the idea of the voices. So, you know, back in the past when I did a workshop on protecting our voice and, you know, to help us not strain them or tear them up or damage them in any kind of way, we you know, we start using our diaphragm. Sorry, had a bit of a mind blank there. Yeah, so we just have that there, you know, using that diaphragm, because it's the diaphragm, it's the muscle that allows us to really engage, and also engage in our core as well. It allows us to engage everything, to get a nice deep breath, not a chest breath. So it's not, you got a chest when you inhale through your chest, so, and then you have through your diaphragm. So your belly should expand, not the chest. It's the belly, sort of like a balloon. So if you were to inhale in and exhale out, the belly, whilst you exhale, the belly deflates again. So once again, so inhale in and breathe out. Making sure that the shoulders are relaxed, all that kind of stuff. So that was definitely something that I now I was I applied to for this specific scene, because we do, well, whenever we push James back onto the stage, we run. One group is screaming "Dirty Goff, Dirty Goff, Dirty Goff, Dirty Goff," and then the other group is saying "Gimp, Gimp, 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 Gimp," and then afterwards, because at that point, so essentially, if this was the stage, so we'll have James, who is the X, he would run to this side of the wings, but then gets diverted back. So that makes him go to this side. He'll go to this side, but then gets thrown back to the center. because then afterwards, from that point on, the people that's in the sides, so the group will, once they've thrown James back, they would run across. But the thing is, it will seem, because at this point, every time that they throw him, James will end up sort of in, you know, in their route here. Their route, you know, is getting barricaded, but because it's a group of them, they just go all around him. So it gives him, it's like having a herd, basically, of just charging into him and all that stuff. And it's the same vice versa with the other group. So here, and then they'll run straight down to the other side. And they end up being downstage left and downstage right. And then they all look at Dom, aka James. He will be in the center here. And they all scream, "Death to the game!" So this is definitely something that we sort of need to use our voices for, you know, through what we learned in the training. Purely just because it's a lot of screaming and shouting. So screaming and shouting, what happens is the vocal cords end up, instead of them flapping, they start stretching ridiculously. So they end up doing this, and the point, it will strain, because your vocal cords is a muscle. So, you know, damaging the muscle can be quite severe. It's the same as, you know, tearing one of your, you know, a tricep or any sort of ligament or muscle or anything like that. So, you know, that's definitely something you just want to avoid. So you want to take all the, you know, safety precautions and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that we had to take a look into, really, essentially. But yeah, so for that scene in specific, that was the main practical skill that was required for that scene, really, because just that scene is just a lot of shouting, there's a lot of screaming and everything, and, you know, everyone's, you know, we don't want to be screaming out of rehearsal and then end up ruining our voices before we can even do the performance. So, you know, it just makes no sense. You have, you know, linking back to the workshops that we did in our past, you know, it just helped us so much because we were able to really project. Yeah, it really allowed us to project out. So you know, anyone that's right at the back, so, you know, our tutors who are all the way in the box can clearly hear us. But the main thing is that we were safe. Like, our voices were safe. We weren't damaging. We weren't harming it in any way. But we would also do like vocal warm-ups before to really loosen up the muscles, stretch them out before we use them. Because, you know, before you do any kind of workout, you would have a quick warm-up or something like that. It's the exact same with the vocal cords. So that's something that we definitely, you know, looked into and definitely used, and it was very, very effective, because it built that tension, that screaming, that feeling and everything of like having a herd of people running to you, screaming at you. You know, it just brewers that frightening feeling that James is feeling throughout that scene. And that's definitely something that, for me, it worked well, and being able to use the skills that I developed from past workshops was a win-win for me, because I was able to apply it for this scene and this scene, for example. as far as my weekly plan, I was slightly behind due to me not being in, so it did cause me to not be according to plan. But I'm catching myself up now. I'm making sure that everything is sorted. So when it comes to the very end, I don't need to worry. I just have to hand in my work and everything like that. So yeah. As an individual, things I do need to improve actually is my characterization. My characterization still needs to improve. But my main thing would essentially be that, you know, I learned it from this time, but I need to really make sure that I stick with it. Just that I do it quite a lot of times, and that's just not going off and taking charge and sort of just giving other people a chance to sort of take the wheel, essentially drive the car a little bit. You know, sometimes sometimes it's good just to be the backseat, backseat passenger. But obviously, if it does come to a stage where nothing's getting done, then that's when it's a bit of a different matter, because then after people, we end up wasting time and things like that, and we just don't have the time to do those kind of things. But as an individual, that's something that I need to work on. That's the end of my week 2 vlog.